this deal materialized in the shadows. This came out of nowhere. This is maybe the most stunning trade, definitely that I've been a part of in recent NBA history, as far as it was never clearly out there. And you saw two teams in Rob Pelinka with the Lakers, Dallas Mavericks, Nico Harrison there, doing this deal. And I'm told Luka Doncic, Anthony Davis, LeBron James, the players, coaches, a lot of people on both sides with the Mavericks and Lakers had no idea. I can assuredly tell you, it's a fact. LeBron James had no idea this was coming. Anthony Davis had no idea this was coming. I'm told Luka Doncic is still stunned about this trade.
Hello everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Well, the Dallas Mavericks have traded away Luka Doncic for Anthony Davis. Okay, this is a real thing, and Shams actually reported this, and it set the NBA world in an absolute frenzy. Fans, media, players. We're going to take a look at some of the reactions, and I'm going to come back and we're going to have a deep dive in what brought about this. This is the most shocking trade in NBA history.
I know that there's a temptation to focus on the Lakers here because they potentially just acquired the next great Laker, and it's an amazing story when you look at the history of their franchise. But the story of the moment and what my phone is filling up with is the reaction to the Dallas Mavericks making this move. I had an all-star, current NBA all-star text me and say, do you know how much the Mavericks must hate Luka? I mean, this is what they're talking about in the league. I've had, veteran coaches text me and say they can't believe they saw this. They just have never seen anything like this. And Luka is 25 years old, okay? He is under contract for several more years, and this summer he is already eligible for a Supermax. I find it completely unbelievable that he would not sign that contract. This was not done because the Mavericks didn't think Luka wanted to be there. Even if he didn't sign that contract, he would have a whole year to figure it out. This was done because the Mavericks didn't think that going forward with Luka was best for their franchise. Think about that statement. A 25-year-old who's been first-team All-NBA the last 5 years and carried them to the finals a few months ago. And they said, we want out of the Luka Doncic business, and we want out of it now. They didn't put him on auction, Kevin. They didn't say, we're going to trade Luka Doncic, bring us your offers. They targeted one team, and they made the offer a deal in stealth mode. This is just shocking. And I will say this. We all know what Luka's, pockmarks are. We all know what his deficiencies are. We all have seen his greatness. But nobody in the world has more information on Luka Doncic than the Mavericks. And the Mavericks just pulled the ripcord. It's a stunning situation.
Hey, what's going on? Meta World Peace here. Chairman of the Artist Management Group and 37partners.com. What a great trade. Because, you have AD partnering with Kyrie Irving, then you have Luka partnering with LeBron. I just think it's not about who got the better of the trade. I'm not really concerned or interested in that. I'm more just not shocked, but definitely curious about what's going to happen. Like, do these teams both meet each other in the conference finals, or do they get better? Like, what happens with this trade? I was shocked. I was coming from somewhere, and somebody said AD was traded for Luka. I'm like, I don't believe that, and I'm just going to get back to doing what I was doing. And subconsciously, I'm like, did this just happen in the middle of my day? And yeah, apparently this has happened. So I think the Lakers got a scorer, and then I think, you got AD rolling. He's playing the four where he is comfortable with a point guard, and some shooters. Klay Thompson is back.
Now, one thing that was interesting was seeing the Phoenix Suns actually see this trade, Devin Booker, Kevin Durant, in real time. You could see and hear them on the bench where they're like, did Dallas just trade Luka? And they were asked about it in their post-game interviews about what this means. Take a look.
Into the trade.
Insane, it's crazy. Yeah, would have never thought Luka Doncic would get traded at this age, you know, mid-season. Yes, the NBA is a wild place, man. If he can get traded, then anybody's up, you know, for grabs, you know. So yeah, so fans, you know, by spectating is pretty fun. I know it's kind of nerve-wracking, though, probably for Luka and everybody in Dallas, LA, AD. So everybody involved, I'm sure, their heads are spinning right now.
It just as a player, does this kind of underscore the transactional nature of this business?
It's always been transactional. Players are held to a different standard of loyalty and commitment to a program. But the organizations don't get held to that same standard from the outside world, either whether it's from media members or fans. And we all should be held to that same standard. Like, it's a transactional game. There's a lot of money involved, a lot of business involved too. So we shouldn't be too shocked about trades, guys moving to different teams, coaches moving to different teams. It's just the nature of playing basketball and us making this much money involved too. So it's pretty wild times, man, in the NBA, especially around trade deadline time. I know everybody's gonna be watching their phone the next week. We got 5 days. I know everybody's gonna be following the updates. So yeah, it's crazy.
Do you feel like this shifts the balance of power at all in the West?
Yeah, I mean, you got two.
Better have Luka and LeBron playing.
Yeah, like you got Luka, LeBron, Reeves, you got Kyrie,
and AD, right?
Gafford, Lob, man, shit. Yeah, it shifts the balance. So many great players. You know, two great players just got moved. It's just, man, I just can't wait to see it all on the floor and see, you know, hear from both of them too. I know that first time talking is gonna be an eventful time, you know. So, wow.
When they went to the finals last year, I mean, does that underscore it even more? Like, this team just went to the finals because their best player just got traded.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I dealt with that too. Coming out the finals and being traded, a huge part of your team, and it just takes something away. It takes something away. It takes your identity away, especially when you have success. You know, you got to kind of reshape your team and figure out who you are as a unit. The new guy coming in, but they got veteran players over there. Kyrie's a champ already. AD's a champ, so I'm sure they'll figure it out pretty quickly. But it's just the nature of the sport, man. And anything that happens, man, keep you on edge.
Do you think it'll force other teams to do something big?
For sure. I mean, start seeing stuff like that. As an organization, you might get a little bit more courage to do some stuff when you see another team trade away somebody like that. Right. This got to be the biggest trade I've seen since I've been in the league, or since I've been watching the sport. This is insane. So yeah, every other team might get confidence and say, "Fuck it, I'll trade my." You know what I'm saying? My top players, a few of my top players. Fuck it, this ain't working. But yeah, I'm still shocked.
How did you find out?
Man, a couple fans was just on their phone during the game in the fourth quarter and just said, Luka got traded. I'm like, what the fuck? Then our security guys showed me his phone. I'm like, oh, man, I seen Shams. When Shams tweeted, you know it's the show. So like I said, crazy league. Looking forward to the next couple days.
The thing is obviously the big trade. Just your reaction to seeing that.
It's crazy, man. You know, I really don't know what to say about it. You know, Luka being a guy that, you know, everybody's claimed is untouchable and untradeable, and you know, the NBA shall do again. But strictly, just can't predict. You know, it's business. They're always having a conversation about you. You know, so I think you're safe at any point.
You feel like the shift on the color of balance, or you think the light accepting?
I mean, you have to let it play out.
I said no.
They have to build chemistry on both sides, so you know, I'm interested to see how it turns out. I'm sure the world is too. So, you know, building the business.
I mean, you've been on the finals team before, though, but to see a team that was in the finals make a move like that, I mean, obviously you've said it surprises you, but does it add anything to
to what just happened if they made the finals last year?
I mean, that's on them. That's their decision. It might have been how it turned out in the finals, what they were seeing, whoever's making the calls over there. So, but, AD's a really good player. Probably my favorite teammate to play with this summer in the Olympics. So, both teams got great players, obviously.
How'd you find out? Besides Damian Lee found out from someone in the stands, like you guys lying on the bench. What happened here?
Somebody told us on the bench. Said Luka. Said Luka Garza. Who got traded? Ain't no shade throw though.
Right to Garza. Right.
They're crazy.
Definitely.
Yo, I mean, this business is just that. It is a business. And someone posted, and this is an actual quote from Mark Cuban, where he said, "If I had to choose between my wife and keeping Luka on the Mavs, catch me at my lawyer's office prepping for a divorce." This is an actual quote from Mark Cuban. And one thing that's interesting now, Luka won't be eligible for any Supermax. So he took money off of Luka's plate after deeming him the best Dallas Maverick ever. Y'all remember he said not Dirk, that Luka was, and Luka had passed Dirk Nowitzki as far as being the best Maverick ever. Now, Kendrick Perkins was actually trolling Anthony Davis with this tweet saying, "Bro asked for a center. They gave him Gafford." I mean, and everybody knows that, Anthony Davis has been saying he wants to go back to playing the 4. He hates playing the 5. Well, you'll have Daniel Gafford, what's his name? Derek Lively. I mean, you have some options as it relates to, not playing center full time now. And the NBA couldn't believe it. Jalen Brunson's like, April Fool's, right? Holy ish. Tyler Hero's on some WTF with endless question marks, right? Alex Caruso said, nah, Shams gotta be hacked. Tyrese Maxey's like, huh? Nobody saw this coming. Josh Hart had the same reaction. Joel Embiid's like, wow, no effing way. I mean, it's going to be a while before there's any kind of shock like this. I don't know what else could happen before the trade deadline that would actually top this as a trade. I don't know. There's really nothing because Luka's in his prime. Oh my gracious. He's been injury prone. Here's the thing, I think, to be perfectly honest with you, I think the Dallas Mavericks got a whiff of seeing, that PJ Washington, just seeing this stretch without Luka, PJ Washington, Kyrie Irving, with pairing that with AD, I believe that they feel that gives them more of a chance to kind of get them back on track and kind of over the hump when you add that talent. Because here's the thing, depending on who, let's say, and I think it's a good fit. Kyrie and AD is a very good fit, surrounded by shooters. They got size. Man, honestly, I think Dallas won the trade. I think Luka and LeBron, two ball-dominant players. I think the Lakers will struggle more than what Dallas have. But let me know what y'all think, man. This probably won't be the last video about this topic, because this here caught me completely off guard here at NBA Cinema. And I'm like, man, if this can happen, I know the players are going to be checking their phones. I think someone said that during the interviews. One of the media guys was like, up until the trade deadline ends, everybody going to be checking their phone. And I expect the NBA accounts, like, the NBA Sentinel and like the fake accounts, I expect them to be producing a lot of content, because at this point we'll believe anything. They'll be like, LeBron traded from the Lakers to Golden State Warriors, and we'll believe it because this has set the precedence. Let me know what you guys think, man. Be sure to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell for sure, because you never know what's going to happen. I'll let you next time. Peace.